How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about some stocks to add cash to. Now, I put that on the thumbnail and I might maybe put in the title, but just know that, these are just stocks that I think are valuable right now at the price they're at or might be interesting. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to go buy these stocks or anything like that. Of course, you need to do your own research, but these are some stocks that I think are presenting an interesting buying in point for a lot of people. So we're going to go through it. There are some SPACs, there are some penny stocks, there are some growth stocks that people have been wanting to get into for a long time here. So definitely stay through to the end because I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff in here. Also, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate that. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done that already. There's a link down there to WeBull. If you want to sign up, you can get 2 free stocks. Just, deposit $100. There's also a link down there to BlockFi. So you can actually get up to $250 if you deposit a certain amount. So you can get all different rewards and then different bonuses. And you can also get an interest rate on your cryptocurrency. So I just wired a really large amount over there to put in stablecoin because it gives me 8.6% interest. So definitely check that out if you're interested, especially with, Bitcoin and Ethereum continuously moving up. Might be a good time to move some money in there just in case it dips and you want to get in. Also, there is a link down there to my Patreon if you want to see exactly when I buy and sell these types of stocks. So we are seeing a massive red day today, especially in the penny stock market. I think a lot of people are, trimming positions on penny stocks that are up a lot. I think we're seeing this because of this report about the jobless claims. Apparently another almost 900,000 workers filed for unemployment for the first time last week. Now, this is much higher than they thought. This is higher than last week. So it's got a lot of people worried. And now this is also presenting a nice buying in point for a lot of companies. The first one I want to look at is a company that I bought. I actually swing traded it. I believe it was under $11 or maybe under 12 last time I bought it. Now it's under 11 again. And it's really interesting. It's TPG Pace. So the ticker is Pace. And they're merging with Nerdy. Nerdy is an online tutoring service. I've done a video on it before. You can see here they have annualized revenue, 120 million. Online revenue growth, 87%. Gross margin, 68%. I think this presents an interesting value because it is a tech company and it's also near that $10 threshold for SPACs. Presents a very interesting value. Now, I'm not going to go super in depth on all these because I've done videos on every single one of these in the past, but I haven't updated you on some of these recently, and I find some of these are at really good buying in prices, so I just want to bring it to your attention without staying too long on each of these. Next one is Palantir. Now, they have a lockup period that ends on Friday for their employees. I think a lot of people will be trying to sell off their shares because their employees, they've just had it locked up for a very long time, but you can see here, we haven't seen lows like this in a while. I mean, take a look. The last time we saw this was early January, and really before that, it was actually November. It hadn't been really much lower than 22, 23 since November. So it's getting to be a really interesting price, especially sub 25. I think a lot of people will be buying right around there. Now, I'm not buying this one yet. I really want to see what happens tomorrow. I think there could be some selling pressure from all those employees. Some of them might want to hold on through that because, some people might realize that it'll probably be bought up. But I want to see what happens tomorrow before I buy in today. I don't want to buy in right before this lockup period ends because I think there probably will be a dump off. Although if there is no dump off by the employees, or if it's just not significant, I think we'll see a lot of buyers realizing that they're not dumping it off and buying it, and it might shoot up too. So just keep that in mind. It's kind of one of those things where you have to gauge whether you want to wait and possibly miss out, or whether you want to get in and just be safe. The next one is BNGO. This one is a company that so many people ask me about. Whenever it goes up, people ask, is it too late to buy in? Well, I've said no. If you're looking long term, it's not too late to buy in. But it's interesting how a lot of the time when stocks fall, no one wants to buy in. When they're going up, they want to know if it's too late to get in. So if you've wanted to get into this might be a good opportunity. Again, it's weighing back and forth. Okay, trying not to be too greedy, but also trying to get in a good buying in price. So right now, I think it does present a decent value, 10% down. I'm not personally buying any more, because it's a large enough percent of my portfolio, I don't want to risk any more into this one stock that was, is a very high risk stock still, right? It's not like it's a cash flow positive business model or anything like that. So it is a little bit riskier. The thing with this too is they have this meeting. They have this conference today. So this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. PST or 4:30 Eastern time, they're going to this fireside chat. So we might see some kind of jump after hours today. Just keep that in mind with BNGO. I would not be surprised if we saw that. We also have Sens, which was at about $5. This one's still up a lot from where it was even just 5 days ago. But if you've been waiting to get into this one, if you like what they do, maybe you start putting this on your radar, seeing where it goes, because you might want to jump in somewhat soon. Because, I mean, even since I started this, it jumped about 10 cents per share, 15 cents per share. Might be a buying in price if you want, but this one is pretty high up. It was at $5.50 earlier this week, and it's fallen down about 17% since then. So just keep this one on your radar. Now, the last one on this list is ABML. Now, this is one that I haven't talked about in a while, but it's down pretty significantly. This is a battery recycling company. It's a penny stock. I've done a video on it before, and I was pretty bullish on it because of a couple things. First of all, the CFO that they brought in recently is compensated with a salary and then also with some bonus shares that he gets if he hits these criteria. He needs to open a plant. He needs to get 1 million revenue from the plant. He needs to uplist to a major exchange because right now they're just on the OTC markets. Then they need a major strategic partnership. So he is literally compensated based on his ability to provide these different things to the company. They also have a $4.5 million grant by the U.S. Department of Energy Advanced Manufacturing Office. They also have zero debt. So this is a company to take a look at. They are pretty large, right? So they're $1.6 billion, which is surprising for the cost per share. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, they're going to have to produce some big numbers. But with zero debt, there's kind of a limited downside in that way. Of course, I mean, if they go build a plant and can't produce anything, it could be risky. But with it down 16% today, it is more attractive than it was. It's below my cost basis, a pretty good amount. But you can see we have seen some resistance here right around the $2.80 to $3 range. So keep that in mind. If you're looking at this company, it might be a decent buying in price. Now, of course, all of this is my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock analyst. I could be wrong on any of these. I fully expect to be wrong on some of these because, we covered 5 different stocks. But I think these are interesting stocks to take a look at. I want to hear your thoughts, though, in the comments below. If you guys want, there is that link to WeBull to get some free stock. There's the link down there. If you want some free money on your cryptocurrency, you can get interest and a bonus for signing up with BlockFi. Also, there's that link down below to Patreon if you want to see exactly when I buy and sell these types of stocks and get the news a little bit earlier because I updated people on a lot of these this morning, right when the market opened. Thank you guys. And if you want to see the stock that I just bought yesterday that I think is a little bit undervalued and it's actually been going up, you can check out this video here on the end screen. Thanks.